It's the same opening partnership for Pakistan. Kamran Akmal has done wonderfully well with the bat. Once again slotted at that crucial #1 position. Now Pakistan need to kick on and lay down a strong footing and platform for the rest to come and challenge India. 24 years of age, plenty of talent and potential. Pakistan keeping their faith in young Salman Butt. 21 years of age, got 100 in this one-day series, but also 2 ducks. So it's been out of touch of late. But here is it. Edge, and well, there's no thirds in place. Srishant does really well. Athletic piece of fielding. He had to bend down, and he got there in time as well. Salman Butt, well, there's a wry smile, and we all know the reason why, because he's off the mark.
Again in the same area. Great delivery from Pathan, just wide of the man at second slip. Suresh Raina, the fielder, and good work in the deep by Srishant. This is what consistency is all about. Irfan Pathan, when he gets the ball to swing and bowls in the right areas, he's quite a handful.
Well, not quite anymore. First boundary of the day. And that certainly will settle all the record in his mind. Salman Butt has stroked a lovely 4.
Will certainly settle a few nerves as far as Salman Butt goes. And it was a good shot. The in-swinger to the left-hander. Nicely balanced, didn't fall over towards the middle and off. Kept his eye on the ball. Just a bit of shuffle. Very nicely placed.
He is in complete control. Balance was good. Gone straight away. That fielder has made a lot of sense. Everything went according to the plan. Genius is Rahul Dravid. Absolutely genius.
Very handy with the bat. He's gone for 3. Pakistan 15 for 1.
Get them from this quagmire. They're once again in trouble. 15 for 1. He's had a tremendous series. A couple of 90s and 100. Just a wee bit.
Good shot. Just got a bit of hand on it, but it evaded him and the stumps.
Now this is a wonderful hit for 4 by Shoaib Malik, but it could very easily have resulted in another wicket fall. Irfan Pathan got a hand to it. If that had hit the stumps, it was very close indeed. Beautiful shot, hand on it, and Salman Butt probably not in a position to ground his bat. Let's take another look. That would have been close. So they've got 4. They should be happy for it.
Edged and caught. Fantastic catch by Rahul Dravid. That would have been a very comfortable catch for a second slip, but he was the only man down there.
That, I think, is a terrific take. It almost passed him. He had to dive to his left, got both hands. Just 27 on the board. Wicket number 2 walks back for 13, Salman Butt.
That's close. Perhaps just got outside the line of off stump. That's Steve Buckner's opinion anyway. Srishant obviously doesn't agree.
He still can't believe it. The pad was coming forward. That's when it struck him, but I think it is outside the off stump. Definitely struck him outside the line. That is a good decision. And it may or may not have hit the stumps. So it's not as...
Has gone straight up. Did it fall short? No, caught. Pakistan are in serious trouble now.
Serious trouble. Those faces tell you a story. This is beautifully done. R.P. Singh surprised Shoaib Malik. Not the best hooker, Gets onto the front foot, Shoaib Malik, very early. Took him by surprise, and then he's only 29 on the board, and the big man, big scorer, is gone for 9.
That's close again, and it's gone. He's on a hat-trick, RP Singh.
Well, RP Singh, the man for India, comes in first over, second wicket, 4 down Pakistan. Would you believe it? Yunus Khan, promoted slightly, walks back. Now that's how effective this youngster can be, because he has the ability, like Pathan, to bend the ball into the right-handers. He wanted to hit the pad first up and end the ball up on the stumps, and that's just what he did. Gets it to land within line, straightening, and that was headed for middle leg. Yunus Khan, trapped like before, front pad coming in the way for him. Gone for naught. Pakistan in huge trouble. 29 for 4.
Pull shot, and he'll go for 4. The big bear has just woken up at Multan. 5 from it, 35 for 4. The ball's still shaping, but still, that's a very good shot there by Benzema. Might go for 4, and it does. He likes batting here. He's got a couple of 50s already in the past one-day internationals. He's letting the ball come on beautifully.
Well, he didn't try to hit it too hard. All he did is just shifted his weight at the last second. There you go. Just a little punch in that gap. Slow outfield, but still got the boundary.
Outside edge. Oh, lacks a fortune. No first slip, and goes for 4. No luck there for India. 11 from it. 49 for 4. And straight drive down the ground. That is a good shot. That might go for 4. Oh, that's a good start. Not a good start from Magaka.
Well, a real loosener from Ajit Agarkar. Pitched up. Zamam had that gap in his mind. The mid-off was pretty wide, and that one really hit nicely through that area. A real loosener.
Look how quick Inzi was running. Amazing how quickly he can run when the ball comes off his own bat.
But you're absolutely right about the fact that this is going to run away for 4. This is beautifully done by Mohammad Yusuf. Delicately done. He's got this ability to play it very fine. Gets 4 for it.
Bowler is definitely hard done by the shot, because it wasn't intentional from Mohammad Yusuf, but even then he got a 4. 2 heavyweights out there for Pakistan, and Mohammad Yusuf now on 10. Fielder was very square, that ball. Oh, that's a great shot. Wrong line from Ajit Agarkar, but a mighty good stroke from Mohammad Yusuf. 50-run partnership is also posted. 79 for 4. And then there's this problem that from that angle, the ball will be pitched on that middle and off-stump line. And Mohammad Yusuf is so good through that area of mid-wicket that he'll work the ball away even from the stumps.
Indeed, and this was bowled from wide, so that angle helped Yusuf as well. Now, I don't like this. If you're bowling wides and you're coming from round the wicket because of the wides, you suddenly come in and you give a boundary. Becomes a lot simpler for the batsman. I would favor that he carries on over the wicket and get
Edged and caught. The second attempt almost fell out of Dhoni's gloves. Well, it did, but he recovered.
Well, the Indians picking up their wicket at the right time. This Ajit Agarkar went for a few runs in the last few overs. Yusuf gone for 25. Pakistan.
That's a good shot. That will go all the way straight down the ground. It brings up the 100 for Pakistan.
12th boundary in this innings. 7th for Inzamam ul Haq. Could easily have been the best so far in this innings. He's been made to work very hard for his runs, the Pakistan captain. Bat looks a lot wider when he makes contact. He's such a brilliant player. Makes batting look so very simple.
Runs down, fine. Should be cut off. He's done a great job, Tendulkar, again, hasn't he? You picked him as one of the players to watch, and one of the major cogs in this Indian team. It's not only with the bat, but it's also with the ball.
Absolutely right, Dino. He's in fact the fifth bowler, so he's got to bowl 10.
In the air, it should be out. It will be. Poor shot from Imran Fahad. The super sub goes. Ryder takes the catch, and again, the young kid, RP Singh, gets an important wicket for India.
This is a big blow. 27 was a partnership all around for the Pakistani fans. Imran Farhad gone for 14. It is now 124 for 6. Danger of now not batting out the 50 overs. So that would be the prime objective of Abdul Razak. An average of 30. Strike rate is very decent indeed. Almost 81. Best of 112. Finished 4,000 runs in the last game. So it surpassed 4,000 runs. Played a terrific innings in the last game to bail Pakistan out of a hole. He's got to do it again.
Thank God, there he is! Oh, gee, they're in trouble now. Oh, what a good delivery. And RP Singh puts his hand up. He's got 3. 4, sorry. There's not many wickets today. The silence is deafening here in Multan.
Amazing. But he's got 4 now. What a performance. Abdul Razak gone for 1. Rather disappointed. Pakistan in a deep hole. 126 for 7.
Huge shot for LBW. Huge is given. It's hit the pad first. And that's the 7th time Sachin Tendulkar has knocked over the Pakistani skipper. High fives. Well done, great man.
Terrific performance. What a performance. Inzamam doesn't put his foot forward too much. There is a deathly silence in the stadium. Watching Inzamam, the local boy, walk back. Now take a look. Half court, not really forward. Allows the ball to come on. Strike it just about in line. That is a close decision, but I reckon he's probably got him right. Yes, it was definitely headed to the stump again. Just about brushing the stumps, but Inzamam is gone. Rana there at the crease. That's Mohammad Sami. He's been called back. Mind you, he's not been part of this scheme of things the last 3 games. So the idea would now be to occupy the crease, even if you get 2 or 3 runs and over, but bat out the 50 overs. Get into some sort of position. Maybe the last 5 they can then have a bit of a bang.
Nice shot, 4. This kid has got to stand up a little bit more. He's promised a lot of things over the years now. I know he's only 24 and he's played 75 one-day internationals. This lad's got to do in the air. It should be caught, and it is. He's got another wicket. Skipper Rahul Dravid, you cannot do a thing wrong. Yes, go home. It's all over.
Beautifully done that. Mohammad Sami taken by surprise once again. Irfan Pathan brought back into the attack. The Indians really having a mistake there. So disappointed Sami.
Ashik field 4. Wait for the umpire signal, and runs it is.
Irfan Pathan looking for a Yorker there. That one's a lot quicker, and he's gone. And the last wicket gone down for Pakistan. Pakistan all out for 161.
Well, the Indians are cock-a-hook. Very happy indeed. And it's been
the one thing this Indian side have lacked over the last few years, because the other bowlers haven't progressed, is an influx of talent, ability. You know, nothing carries you through more than your bowlers. Bowlers do win you matches. If India want to get to #1 in the world, it's going to be their bowlers that take them there. And they need seam bowlers for all conditions.
And surprise selection, wasn't he? When he came into this one-day team, I think he came into this team in the 3rd match or the 2nd match, and there was no warning. We weren't expecting RP Singh to play, and he was played purely because India wanted to play a young bowler in a pressure match.
Yeah, I mean, especially with two other left-armers in Zahir Khan and Pathan, it's going to be very difficult for him to get in the side, but they held their nerve and they picked him. And I keep repeating, he gets bounced from nowhere. Strong action, and he seems to be on to batsmen quicker than they think, which is very important. Rush batsman.
And then the full-length delivery as well. Imran, so he knows how to get wickets. Perhaps that's why he gets wickets.
Well, you know, for a left armer to actually make the ball go away like this one, and then a previous one came back into it, it's very difficult early on for a right-handed batsman. You know, he's always going to trouble the right-handed batsman with these sort of deliveries.
Do you think he's the best seamer, sort of the best seaming action from the Indian bowlers?
I think he has the best high arm action. You see, we keep talking about the high arm action. That's where you get extra pace and bounce, late movement. You know, the higher your arm comes and he keeps the wrist up, his arm comes right close to his ear, and that's where he gets that extra pace off the wicket.
The line was very good to the left-hander. This is how he bowled to the right-handers. You can see a real spread there. So he was varying his length beautifully. That also is a sign of a confident bowler, a confident team, and that's what India was today when they came out.
Well, I think it wasn't just, you know, it wasn't just one bowler. All of them bowled well. I mean, you know, let's not forget Srishant. I mean, that was a great ball he dismissed Salman Butt with. I think it was the situation, the Indian team looked confident.
It's all about confidence. You can do all the variations when you're confident.
The incredible impact of self-belief on a team. You can lose it. India, after the third test match, I thought looked terrible. I mean, the way they succumbed to the extent of the defeat. I thought they were, I don't know how they would come back. And now you look, I mean, Pakistan looked like, you know, where has all the talent gone? I mean, after the first, third test match, all of us were wondering, how are Indian bowlers ever going to trouble the Pakistani batsmen? And look at the situation now.
And Srishant was again outstanding, 8 overs for 30 runs, and he got a wicket too. Just the right kind of opening. Nasir for India, left armer, and then a right-hander who puts the ball just outside the off stump.
Listen, the one thing you need against Pakistan on these wickets is sideways movement, and all three of these bowlers have it. They have swing. And he swings the ball, and as Imran said, you know, that looks a loose shot, but the left-hander is always playing for the ball to swing in. There you see, he's got the little off-cutter, he's got off-cutter and out-swinger, and I think, you know, his energy as well. The moment he bowled his first over in the whole series, Imran said, oh, I like this lad, he's got a little bit of energy about him, a little bit about him.
It's close to the stump as well. Yeah, wide of the crease.
The swing ball, you know, a right-hander, he bowls that leg cutter, or we could say the ball that swings away. That's always lethal.
Yeah, bowled a lot to Salman, but he did. And then adjusting his line. Right. The length also was the key. A lot of there. You can hit the halfway mark on the left side, and all the balls are further up. So good bowling there from Srishant.
That's it. Yeah, I repeat though, now, without sounding like I'm repeating myself, now is the most important time for the Indian selectors, the management, Chappell, the bowling coach, which they don't have, but someone behind the scenes, because we've seen this before with India. We've seen young lads come in, Zahir, Pathan himself, the other left arm, and Nera. You know, they come in, they have good times, and then they all fade away. Somebody needs to be jotting down every ball they bowl in the nets. When they play for their state side, how much are they bowling? How much are they looked after? What's their body like? Are they growing? Are they building? Are they doing weights? Are they training? This is what England did with Flintoff, Harmison, Hogarth, Simon Jones, Troy Cooley. Brilliant bowling coach. Every time they bowled, he worked out how many overs they bowled so that they peaked for test matches and one-dayers. Absolutely, man management was perfect, and that's what India need to do. They need these three young, because they're not the finished article yet.
We can rave about RP Singh today, but you know, Nasir is quite right. Last time round we were raving about Balaji, and where is he now? You know, so India have to be very careful about how they keep their bowlers over a period of time, not for a season or two.
Sanjay, not just India. Look, the amount of cricket played right now, and especially one-day cricket, there is tremendous stress on bowlers. You look all around. I mean, look at the big names. Look how many matches they miss. Look how many times they get injured. Take Brett Lee. I mean, until recently, Brett Lee missed as many matches as Shoaib Akhtar, and we thought Shoaib Akhtar was very injury prone. So there's great pressure on bowlers. You need bowling coaches, fast bowling coaches who understand how to look after their body, what sort of weight training to do. When a bowler is exhausted, you know, they should be there, because your asset are your bowlers. Bowlers win matches. Fast bowlers win more matches than there's all the fast bowlers to assist him. And problem is that, you know, people do not understand the significance of having a fast bowling coach. During my entire career, no batsman or spin bowler ever could advise me. No one ever gave me any worthwhile advice. Who gave me the best advice? John Snow, fast bowler. Mike Proctor, Dennis Lilly. Because you can only, I just never try and tell a spinner how to bowl. Similarly, we have this wrong notion as yet that you have one coach who can tell everyone what to do.
And some of power is with the batsman, isn't it? When you look at captains over they've all been batsmen.
Well, in my opinion, the best captains, I saw the best captains were all-rounders. They were exceptionals, you know, like Ian Chappell, who I thought was one of the greatest captains. But more because of his temperament, his positive, what I talk about, you know, attacking cricket, aggression. But understanding your bowlers is the key to good captaincy, because eventually you're on the field, the coach is sitting outside. How do you rotate your bowlers? How do you get the best out of your bowlers? It's very important to understand your bowlers. You know, why is a bowler not... when I was not bowling well, a lot of the batsmen captain bowl a line and a length. But why was I not bowling a line and length? They did not understand that. Maybe the wind was there, maybe the run-ups weren't right. Sometimes, you know, you need... If you're a batting captain, you need a good bowling coach inside who can then help you and make you understand your bowlers.
What was Troy Cooley really doing? I mean, why was he so special? You mentioned a few things. Tell us more about him, because he's on to us, so
yeah, I mean,
we'll miss him.
Yeah, he was the England bowling coach, and in conjunction with the pair of them, Cooley in particular would sit down with the fast bowlers. Like Imran said, he used to bowl fast for Tasmania. He understood bowling. He also understood biomechanics. And he understood when to rest, when to bowl, when not to. And he would, like I say, note down every ball. That he'd sit there with the county scores and see, right, how many overs has Flintoff bowled. And they used to, between them, get a lot of flack from the English media.
What if he felt that Flintoff is bowling a bit too much for Lancashire,
well,
and
Fletcher
it's not good for English cricket?
Fletcher would pull him out of the game, and Flintoff missed...
And he had the authority to do that?
And this is the big change that has come in. You know, when I was playing, when we were touring, I had the ability, I was the fast bowler, I would pick and choose my games, I would know how my body was. I'm talking about when I used to tour England. The English bowlers, on the other hand, they're playing test matches, then they end up playing county matches, then one-day matches, and sure enough, as the tour progressed, one or two of them would break down. Meanwhile, we would be able to preserve all our best bowlers and sort of, be better prepared for test matches. And now you've got it right.
And it's the toughest challenge, isn't it, for coaches and maybe cricket boards, and how they take care of fast bowlers especially. Batsmen, maybe it's much easier, maybe spinner, but fast bowling is the real challenge.
Yeah, and it's, well-known fact. On flat pitches, 5 test matches, England beat Australia. Australia did not get 400 once, and that is a remarkable score. Usually under my captaincy, first day, they've got 400.
The pitches were flatter.
No, they were flat. They were flatter. They were flat. And also, England played the same bowling attack all the way through until the last test match when Simon Jones was injured, and they've never been able to do that. And the other point was that McGrath was injured, their bowlers were injured. And I'm only saying this not because England are great or anything like that, but because you need to, now these young lads need to be really looked after. Someone needs to make sure that they peak. Their next game is what, first test match after these 1 days, first test match, Nagpur, March the 1st. That first morning, if England win the toss and they're batting, these 3 young lads must be peaking. Not just, we're a bit tired from the Pakistan tour, they must be rested. Also, sometimes they'll need work, they'll need to be in the gym. Not just go and have 2 weeks off, because then you come back and you're tired. So they need to be looked after very well.
And also bowl, let me just say, Sanjay, that, they need training, they need everything, exercise, but they also need to have match practice. Match practice is completely different to net practice. So a bowler has to bowl in a match to be ready for a big one like a test match.
We are talking about a very passionate subject in cricket, it's about fast bowling and how to nurture fast bowling. As you know, India have done well. Pakistan all out on 161. India need to get those runs in 50 overs. We'll take a short break and we'll discuss more of this second innings about to come.
You know, all kinds of criticisms against them. They can't bowl, they can't reach the ball to the batsman. But then one win and it all turns around. So it's a mind game, and nothing more than this series sort of amplifies that. That once you're feeling good about yourself, you play your best cricket.
Yes, a lot of it is in the mind. Well, Ramiz, Pakistan didn't seem as if their mind was on the game today. What was the approach?
Very tentative. They had no approach. I mean, they started off cautiously. I think playing Salman Butt was a wrong selection because Salman Butt was struggling. Opening as it is, it's difficult when you're in form, but when you're out of form and you're opening, there's so many things on your mind. So he's looking to defend, and Pakistan started off on a negative note. Possibly they wanted wickets in hand, wickets fell, runs were not being scored, so the pressure mounted on Inzamam and Mohammad Yusuf. And even though they redeemed themselves at putting up that partnership, but in the end India had the better of Pakistan because they were mentally a better team, more matured. They bowled the right length and surprised Pakistani batsmen with the direction, especially RP Singh. I think India have unearthed a special talent here because this fellow has got this knack of picking up wickets. He may not look very expressive or express, but he's mighty effective because he can get the ball to bend back, and today also he picked up wickets.
Just going back to the batting of Pakistan, beg your pardon, I just said they were a bit tentative. Do you think that was a game plan, or do you think they were just nervous going out there?
Nervous, I think. Game plan also was a little negative. I think you need to attack the Indians, and I think attack can simplify a lot of things for you. But when you're thinking a great deal in your mind, then the game is lost in the mind, and I think that is what happened to them. You know, skills also were below par. They couldn't handle the moving delivery, and in the end, I mean, they were in shambles.
Arun, 162 runs on the board. Is it all over? Are India definitely going to win this?
Well, it's never all over, Mikey. In cricket, you can never say that. But I would reckon that they have more than a decent chance. But Pakistan can come back. And really, they've now got to attack. They've got to have those 3 slips in to begin with, get in the first couple of wickets, and then, you know, put India on the back foot. If they can get Tendulkar early, that's going to help, because he's the man that's holding this entire Indian scheme of things. I actually believe that this is a new role for Tendulkar. He's got to hold the Indian innings together. He sort of plays the anchor rather than the aggressor, and obviously bowling 10 overs. So he suddenly found a new role, which I think is the most important one in this Indian team.
Similar question for you, Ramiz. Pakistan have lost 2 in a row, only 162 runs on the board. Do you think that when they are coming back out after the break that they'll come out here with a positive mindset?
I don't know. I mean, looking at them in the dressing room, it's a very quiet Pakistani dressing room. They're not eating also, some of them. So I don't know how
Depressed.
I mean, it depends on Inzamam. Now, can he gather his troops for that last onslaught? I think that is the only way to go. I think they need to go out there thinking that they can still win this, even though it'll be very difficult indeed.
I tell you who else is depressed. The association has spent all this money for these lights. They might not be turned on.
They may not be switched on. They've spent $1 million and we may have a day game instead of a day-nighter.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, at this we stand at the moment. India seem almost as if they are sure to win. But this great game cricket, who knows? We'll have to see what happens after the break.
Well, we have to use that line, but who knows? Anything can happen in cricket. The more you watch it, the more you're tempted to use that line. Of course, India have a great chance, and I've played in a few day-night matches, especially in Australia, where the match was over before the lights could come on.
Yeah, there is nothing worse. I just want to pick up a few things that were said there. Aaron Landers, I think, speaks a lot of sense. I think that the criticism of the Indian bowling lineup, and a lot of people at home must be sitting there thinking, well, how comes, you know, everyone was criticising them in the test matches, now they're great. I still think India has slight problems because these 3 lads are medium pacers. Make no more mistake than that. There's no Shoaib Akhtar or Brett Lee in there, and they're predominantly swing bowlers. Now, in the test matches, the ball did not swing. So where do
Plus the
India...
white ball, red ball, there's something
so that's
more
what-
with the white ball.
That's what I mean. When it comes to test match cricket, and it doesn't always swing in India, and you know, in Kookaburra ball only swings for 5-6 overs in Australia, you need something different. So India must keep looking at themselves to try and find a 90 mile an hour, 95 mile an hour bowler. And the other thing that Rami said about Salman Butt, I think it would have been harsh to drop him after 2 failures, because he got 100 in the first game. He had a very good test series. He had a good series against England. I don't think it sends the right message out to a young lad that if you have 2 failings, you're going to be dropped, because you'll always be looking at after your own game then and worrying about whether you're scoring runs. You must be able to go out there and express yourself and not worry about being dropped.
Going back to the first innings there that we saw, Inzamam continually getting out to Sachin Tendulkar. I mean, that's the 7th time he's been out to Tendulkar. Wish England knew that, you know, they would have bowled Collingwood more to Inzamam. But Tendulkar's bunny almost at this stage.
Well, you know, Inzamam, when he got out to Sachin both innings. Now remember, he's under now great pressure.
He's bowled well, isn't it, Debrand? He's been that 5th bowler that India wanted. And he's not bowled spin or off spin, it's just been slow seamers.
But you know, Sanjay, it works when the other team is under pressure. I mean, you can actually bowl anyone when a team is struggling. You know, because now Pakistan are in a no man's land right now. They can't play strokes because, you know, they can't lose another wicket. They can't dominate the bowler. So the bowler, Sachin, is now loving it. Look, I mean, he's experimenting. He's bowling in swingers, out swingers, everything. And in Zamam, you can just see the problems he's facing now. He's seeing him losing the series. I mean, he's looking at a possibility of losing the series in this match. And so so many wickets have been lost. And he's just very tentative now. Just pushing out to a delivery like that, which will burn you a little bit. I mean, you don't expect a man of his class to get out like that. But I think this is the pressure telling now.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Pakistan is tense, and Tendulkar effect, 9 overs, 27, and he enjoyed himself thoroughly, I can tell you. He loves bowling, he loves just being involved with the game. What about India's fielding? Because last match, everything was impressive about India except their catching, but today it was almost flawless. Even the catching just improved by leaps and bounds.
Well, I think this is the biggest plus point for Chafford and Dravid, because so many questions about Ganguly and Latchman and the change in their one-day side. Well, the energy in the field, and that's what one-day cricket is about. You know, bowlers at third man with energy, people clapping them, people diving. You know, Mohammad Kaif is an exceptional extra cover. He knows his positions. He's got himself kitted out, those things under his arms, because he knows he's going to be driving. Good field settings from Dravid. And when you have, as a captain, when you have 2 or 3, you know, and also leading by example himself. You know, the young lad had a lot of catches dropped off him in the last game. So good work from Dravid, good work from Chappell, good work in the field.
Well, you need good fielding in one-day matches. Maybe not so much test matches, good matching in test matches, but India looks so different in the field in the test series, because if you remember, only Yuvraj Singh was the above average or brilliant fielder in the team. Now he's got 3 or 4 more for company.
Well, I mean, Imran's point about he used to, as captain, look at the opposition captain's body language. I used to look at the opposition in their warm-ups and their fielding drills. You know, when you're playing Australia, they had a lot of energy diving around. Ponting, Martin, Simons, all
South
these
Africa in the 90s
South Africa
were like that.
with Rhodes and Gibbs and people like this diving around. And I think India, with this present side, with Yuvraj, Kaif, even Sreesanth himself, the bowlers, Patan took a good catch there, with the energy in the morning, whereas, you know, Inzamam sort of slightly slower body language. I think the energy in the morning, we're not at the grounds here, but I'm sure India have a lot more energy in their warm-up drills, in their fielding drills. And you could see Bob Woolmer this morning said, look, you know, we need to get our fielding up, and that will put more pressure on the Pakistan fielding, having seen their younger opposition diving around and taking catches like that.
It's a bit cool in Multan. It's still winter, so the pitch will not be absolutely flat. There will be some movement for the likes of Mohammad Asif. Great opportunity for Mohammad Sami, because now Pakistan can only attack. So that, in a way, actually helps Mohammad Sami bowl at his best.
Well, it's, you know, it's in a way they could come out completely demoralized, and, you know, a couple of fours and the shoulders would, everything would drop, and they could just give up very quickly. if I was them, I would just sit in the dressing room and explain to them that, look, I want wickets. Treat it as a test match. It doesn't mean that you just surround the batsman with all the fielders. Aggression doesn't mean that, you just blindly attack. It means that you tell the bowlers that, look, this is where you attack. I'll give you a chance to get the batsman out in this area, but stop the runs too. And I think if it's just an aggressive, positive approach when you walk out, the bowlers look, they should be well loosened up, they should be attacking from the word go. Each wicket falls, they should sort of, the aggression should increase. I saw a great match once, Western Australia and against Queensland in Australia, my first tour ever. And Western Australia were bowled out for 100 runs. Jeff Thompson bowling like lightning. And Viv Richards and Greg Chappell were with Queensland. Western Australia went to field, Lilly ran in and bowled them out for 70 runs and bowled out Greg Chappell and Viv Richards. Well, what I'm saying is that great players never give up.
But that
match is never over.
Ramesh Raja said that the dressing room looks pretty quiet. There's some players out there not having their supper. I think that tells you a story, isn't it?
Sanjay, it's painful for me to watch this because I looked at this Pakistani team after the third test match in Karachi, oozing with confidence, every player, the team gelling. We were sitting here and looking at them and thinking, how is India ever going to challenge this Pakistan team? Now look at it. I mean, how could they have undermined themselves so quickly? And I'm afraid it is negative defensive strategy.
And who's the motivator now for Pakistan? Who's going to motivate them into better things?
First, they must get their basics right. I mean, a team champions learn from mistakes. Poor teams repeat their mistakes. When they kept losing wickets in the first, and Pindi, the alarm bells should have rung. That this batting order is not right. Let's get the best batsman up. The reason why Yunus Khan has been the architect of Pakistan's revival, because at number 3 he played the pivotal role. If an early wicket falls, he has the technique to see off the crisis and milk the runs.
Nasir, talking about batting positions, Imran is talking about Pakistan. India, do you think with this kind of target, 162 to win in 50, or they might be tempted to try a few things, maybe 2 pinch hitters, Pathan and Dhoni, and just finish it off in the first 10 overs?
Yeah, this is one area that me and Imran were discussing off air, and we sort of disagree on, because I would, chasing a small total, always use a pinch hitter at number 3, because it just puts so much pressure on the opposition. As a captain, when you've only got 160 runs to play with, I would... I hated boundaries. Boundaries 160, 156, 152. You're thinking we can't afford boundaries.
Conditions? Will you take conditions into account? Pathan against Mohammad Asif?
I wouldn't use Dhoni. I'd have him as my reserve down the order. But I would keep Pathan, even though I do know that Pathan is going to get bounces. He got bounced out from Mohammad Asif in the last game. Mohammad Sami might bounce him out. But I've just got a gut feeling, and a lot of captaincy goes on gut feeling. I would say, Pathan, you've had a good day. You've got some wickets, you've taken a catch. Go in at number 3. If you come off, game over. If you don't come off, we've got Rahul, we've got all the lads down the order.
Why I would not do...
And his partner, Gautam Gambhir, who some wickets and put Pakistan back in this game. Gautam Gambhir, with a strike rate of in the mid-70s, his best of 103. We'll have a look at that man's record. Shiva, 14,146 runs. I bet you have never had as many hot dinners.
Far too many numbers for him.
Found the gap, that will go all the way.
In good position. Favours the offside, Gautam Gambhir. We're quite happy the way in which he gets off the mark. Good transfer of body weight. Anything outside the off stump, he's going to be severe. It's not the quickest outfield here at Multan, but still has enough to get to the fence.
Got him. Mohammad Sami is back. Sachin Tendulkar goes.
And the crowd's on its feet. Real important breakthrough. They had to get rid of Tendulkar early to stand a chance, the Pakistan team. And Mohammad Sami making his comeback. Big blow for India. Tendulkar departs for no score. India 5 for 1.
That's a good shot. He really got hold of that. One bounce score.
It's not the easiest shot to play when your body weight is on the front leg. Then you have to transfer it. It does that extremely well. Initial movement gets onto the front foot from Gambhir, then realizes it's far too short and then goes back. Swivels and good bit of timing as well. Just rockets one bounce into the fence. Second boundary for Gautam Gambhir, one on either side.
Short again. Again it's punished. More conventional shot this time.
You've got to bowl a lot straighter, especially against Gautam Gambhir. And this has been a good batting pitch. The sun has come out. Whatever moisture there was must have dried out by now. And hitting it in front of square on the offside is a good indication that the batsman has enough time to play these shots.
That's 4. He's becoming a very good over.
Because if I was the captain, I would know that the only way I can lose this match is by losing wickets. So I would put all my best defensive batsmen up the order, because of 160, all they have to do is see off the new ball, then they've got all the hits
start dropping if they don't get wickets. I'm with Imran on that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mate.
Asians, you see. Well, time for a short break when, of course, the second inning starts. India looking at a target of 162 runs to win this fourth one-day international. We'll take a short break.
For India.
Excellent temperament from young Gautam Gambhir. Was beaten the previous delivery. You could just see on your picture on the replay that he wasn't happy. He just put that behind him. Next delivery was right in the slot. He presents the full face of the bat and good results in the end.
That's gone straight up. That's the end of Gautam Gambhir. They almost collided, those two, but still managed to hold on, Mohammad Sami.
12 runs coming in this over. And this was the last ball of this man. Big disappointment. Got off to a start but didn't make it count. Gautam Gambhir, India 29 for 2.
See him in a bit more. Too short, too short. You can't bowl that stuff to this guy. He'll just jump on it.
I think you can't bowl this sort of delivery to any batsman. This is way short. Not much of a pace in it. Stood up for him. And there you go. Bang. Plenty of room there to play this shot. No worry at all. Right on top of that. Even on the front foot.
Full shot, and that'll go for 4 as well. That was just a warm-up delivery there, only 124 kilometres per hour, and got dealt with as easily as you could.
Well, the body language doesn't really look too good. I don't understand why these Pakistanis are bowling short deliveries. They've been so good when they pitch it up. This was way short. Even wrote.
Oh, that stroked beautifully. Ease into that drive and sent it across the boundary rope with utmost of ease.
Terrific form this man is in. Beautiful. Just hit the wicket so hard. Didn't even follow through with the blade. It was just the impact point, taking it right over Razak on the bounce and all the way to the fence. Beautifully done.
Magnificent. Brilliantly done in the gap, and that boundary brings more misery for the crowd.
What a brilliant hit that was. Came down on it hard, full flourish of the bat. There's no stopping that one. Beautifully done. Wonderful. Terrific balance, great swing. Chance with weight at the
Wrong line to bowl to Rahul Dravid. Good use of the wrist, and that ball went for a 4 very quickly. 88 for 2. Runs required to win. Didn't go through with the shot, Yuvraj Singh. Always wanted a couple of runs, which he got in the end. This is what you call controlled drive.
time is running out on Pakistan. 72 now needed. Knew he hadn't reached the pitch with the delivery, but just sort of guided it into the gap. He comes down hard on the ball, so he's also learning to control that down swing also.
Oh, what a shot. Straight drive, played to perfection. He's an artist, Yuvraj Singh.
Well, you've got to clap for that one. Wherever your loyalty is, this is spectacular stuff. Just making it look so easy. Beautiful. Great balance. Leaning into it. Just so powerful. He just comes on to it. Beautifully done.
Another drive, another 4 in the gap. 10 off the over. India 98 for 2.
Look at that shot again. Just a push, and it's racing away.
Between these two, Dravid and Yuvraj, they play some glorious shots. You can't find a better shot than this one. Just an extension of defense. The timing was the key. Always has a steady head, Rahul Dravid. Just opening the face of the bat to get the placement. It's always going to be a boundary.
Well, it's not the first time that we have seen short balls being pulled away for 4. Suspect it might not be the last either.
It's been very expensive right through this one-day series, run and a bid. The problem, though, has been the lack of consistency in line and length. A lot was expected from run and a bid, but he's failed every time. It's been expensive. He's not picked up wickets. This is bread and butter for Rahul Dravid.
With jam and pop. Well bowled. Wakar Yunis did say he was talking to him this morning about adding some variety to his bowling. That slow the ball was part of the variety. Don't want to be adding variety as far as length is concerned, though. Whereas the release of the slow ball. We saw earlier on when the ball had a bit of hardness, a bit of shine. When he edged and caught. Finally they have gotten rid of Yuvraj Singh. Was not out in the previous 2 games, but been dismissed on this occasion.
Well, he's played some good innings right through the tournament, and here again the importance of line and length in the right channel. A little bit of movement away from Yuvraj Singh, squaring up, finding the outside edge, and Kamran Akmal has been very safe with the hands. Pakistan team in a huddle. Yuvraj Singh makes some good shots in his 37 departs.
Edged and caught. So Mohammad Kaif again hasn't been able to trouble the scorers too often.
A success for Pakistan again. Disappointment for Mohammad Kaif. Walked into a situation when there was no pressure on him at all. A bit of width provided by Razak. He went at it hard. But a straightforward catch to the Pakistan captain, Inzamam ul Haq. Is this the little window that we're looking at? Mohammad Kaif, no runs against his name. India 115 for 4.
That's a good shot. Didn't go a long way away from extra cover. Didn't have much time to move though.
Young talent, young blood. And wasn't this good to watch? Getting his first opportunity to bat in this tournament. Gets into a very nice position. Can hit the ball in front to square on both sides. Good players.
That will go all the way. So strong off his legs. Doesn't even have to be on leg stump for Rahul Dravid to punching it through that onside. Once it's in line with mid stump, and we are close to mid stump, got to past him. Didn't have time to even bend down there in Zamamulak at that short extra cover position.
Great shot that from Dravid. There's a lot of protection on the offside, so the placement has got to be good. And Dravid is good at that. Timing and placement to perfection for the Indian captain.
How close was that? Well, very close. Too close for Rahul Dravid's liking. Mohammad Sami strikes again.
Hit him on the full. Quick delivery, just under 145 k's per hour. There was a bit of swing for Mohammad Sami. He's picked up his third wicket. Well, hitting him on middle and leg. May have missed the leg stump. Not in the mind of Asad. He's given the Indian captain out. He walks for a well-made 59 for Rahul Dravid.
That is a lovely shot. That is through. What a firm hit for 4. That would steady some of the nerves in the dressing room. Inconvenient time for Rahul Dravid to get out, but Raina is playing well.
This youngsters look very compact. On the up. What a shot. For a youngster just coming in, first time in the series against Pakistan. First time to bat, and what a shot. Excellent shot.
Wonderful shot. Your eyes play tricks on you. That is a magnificent shot. Suresh Raina, the youngsters really taking this head on. What a shot. Great footwork, great balance, and leaning into it away for 4.
Well, it doesn't really matter that was hitting the stumps or not, but have a look at this. Classic. Right on top of that delivery. Maybe a touch full of
smiles. Can't quite get it away. Raina, they need 4 to win.
Well, they all deserve it. They've been technically the winner of all 4 games. But the last 3 ones, they convincingly win.
That's it. They've smashed that to the mid-wicket fence for 4. Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar, Raina playing the winning shot. The Indians have won this 4th one-day international, and with it, jubilation all around the Indian camp. They have won this series 3-1.
Banking Central, Allied Bank Limited. Dr. K. Vijay Kumar, Senior Manager, Advertising and Marketing, Grasim Cement. Mr. Mia Faisal Mukhtar, District Nazim Multan, Sayyid Iftikhar Baba, District Coordination Officer, Mr. Imran Mali, President, Multan Cricket Association. Before I come to the individual awards, a big vote of thanks to the local administration for making it a happy occasion for all of us. The Allied Bank Safe Hands Award US 400 to be presented by Mr. Afzal Bukhari, Group Head Commercial and Retail Banking Central, Allied Bank Limited, to Rahul Dravid for that fantastic catch in the slips. Ultra Tech Experts Choice Award of US 400 to be presented by Dr. K. Vijay Kumar of Grasim Cement to Rahul Dravid once again for hitting 9 4s. Well, bowlers haven't had a great joy in bowling on these flat tracks, but today it was R.P. Singh who got the Man of the Match award for his fantastic bowling performance, picked up 4 wickets. Hutch Man of the Match award of US 500 to be given away by Mr. Arup Saikia. आज भी आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. इससे अच्छी बॉलिंग आपने पहली की.
आई थिंक राजकोट विकेट बहुत फ्लैट था, वहाँ भी मैंने अच्छी बॉल की, वहाँ भी मैंने 4 विकेट लिए थे, वो मेरी बेस्ट बॉलिंग होगी.
पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ आपकी ये पहली सीरीज थी, कैसा फील किया? प्रेशर होता है, एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर होता है, ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज बढ़ जाती हैं?
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है क्योंकि पाकिस्तान के खेलने में थोड़ा सा प्रेशर भी होता है, पर मेन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है.
तो आज आपने क्या किया? आप विकेट्स लेने के लिए बॉलिंग करा रहे थे या टाइट कंट्रोल के साथ बॉलिंग करवाना चाह रहे थे?
टाइट कंट्रोल था क्योंकि विकेट थोड़ा अच्छा था, टाइट कंट्रोल करके नॉर्मल प्रेशर बनेगा और उसके बाद विकेट भी मिले हम लोगों को.
जो आपका इन स्विंगिंग बॉल है वो आपको विकेट्स दिलवाता है, ये आपके पास नेचुरल एबिलिटी है स्विंग करने की या अभी कुछ सीखी है?
नहीं, इज नेचुरल एबिलिटी क्योंकि इन स्विंग लेफ्ट ज़्यादा मोस्टली लेफ्ट हैंड में इन स्विंग करते हैं, मैं भी इन स्विंगर हूँ और ये नेचुरल एबिलिटी में.
बहुत बहुत मुबारक आपको. वेल डन.
थैंक यू.
Hutch Man of the match goes to RP Singh. Now may I invite Inzamam ul Haq to please come forward and have a few words. Pakistani captain. Well, Inzamam, bad luck. You tried extremely hard, but I guess not enough runs on the board. Batting has been a problem for you guys in this series.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First of all, thanks to Allah. Yeah, it's not enough score in the board, but I think his Indian team played very good cricket in all departments, and they deserve to win.
It's a wake-up call for Pakistan team also because this is your first defeat in the last 12 months, so something needs to be done.
Yeah, his boys are really working hard, but he's not click on the right time, and I think we missed some run in the board because his batsman is not playing well in one-day cricket.
Happy with the way boys fought the battle with India out there?
Yeah, he's okay. His boys are really working hard and he's trying hard, but I think his luck is not favoring, and that's it.
How will this dent Pakistan cricket? I mean, losing a series against India, obviously it's an emotional factor also.
Yeah, against India always is difficult if you lose the series, but one team is always win and one team is lose.
You were hit by injuries also in Zamam. What can we expect from Pakistan in the next game? Maybe you'll change the combination once again?
Yeah, we give him some chance to the boys. Joe is not playing on so far, and we try to win in last game.
Okay, well, all the best for the last game then, Inzamam. Inzamam ul Haq, the Pakistani captain. Now we come to the big award, the Hutch winning bonus award of US 2000, and may I invite Rahul Dravid to please come forward and receive it from Mr. Arup Saikia. Goes to India. Well, wonderful performance, Rahul Dravid. Must be happy with how things have shaped up in the one-day series.
Yeah, very proud of the way the boys performed, after losing the test match in all the 4 games. The guys really, put their act together and played some great cricket. And, we played some very good one-day cricket. It's not easy to come to Pakistan and beat a good Pakistani team, but the boys have played great cricket.
How did you lift them up after losing the test series?
Well, I really don't think, they needed to be lifted up. I think they were pretty, we were a little disappointed the way we lost that test match, and the boys were quite keen to do well in the one-day series. And, losing the first match, close game at Peshawar, was a bit of a disappointment, but, we had a good game at Pindi, and that sort of set us up in the series. I think everyone in the series has been a great team effort. Everyone's really performed, and that's why we won this series.
More so the youngsters.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been really heartening to see. Our bowling, our bowlers have we've got a lot of young bowlers in this team, but all of them have really responded beautifully. We've got some young legs in the field, and that's shown. Our fielding's been pretty good right through over the last 2 or 3 months. So, we're trying to build a good one-day side from this, and irrespective of the results, I think we're learning and we're gaining a lot from a series like this.
This should also help you to be in good frame of mind because you're playing England very shortly after this.
Yeah, England's going to be a good series for us, a tough series. England's obviously had a lot of success recently, and they've got some very good players. But more importantly, I think we're looking forward to going to Karachi now and playing another good game there, focusing on that, and then when England comes, we'll cross the bridge when we get to it.
Well done, all the best. You won the Hutch Cup, and you're also brand ambassador for Hutch. That will make you doubly good.
Yeah, it's nice to win a tournament, and I think it's a credit to all the boys the way they responded, and it just feels great, and hopefully we'll gain from this and go from strength to strength.
All the best.
Thank you,
Rahul.
It's another good result for India. They won the 4th one-day international. Another easy win in the end for India, and they win the series. At the moment they lead 3-1 with 1 match to go. It was a low-scoring game and India came out on top. Right, let's hear from the Pakistani coach, Bob Woolmer.
Well, thanks very much, Sanjay. I've got Bob Woolmer here, the Pakistani coach. Well, a bit disappointing today, mate.
Yeah, obviously we don't like, no one likes to lose a series, you know, with 1 match to go, and you obviously have a chance. But India outplayed us in the last 3 games.
What went through your mind after losing a couple of wickets early?
Well, obviously we need to get partnerships, and eventually it's up to the players in the middle to judge what sort of score you need and how they play from there. And but unfortunately we kept losing wickets at crucial stages, and we never got a partnership together apart from Inzamam and I can't remember who was with him at the time, but there was just a small partnership. Yeah, Yusuf, that's right. And then that was broken, and it just went on from there, really. But it's one of those days in cricket I think we've all seen before, but and the important thing is not to try not to let it happen again.
How do Pakistan get out of this now? To go to Karachi, are you looking for changes? Are you looking for other little things to come in?
No, I think the players have got to show a bit of character. They've got to show a bit of fight. I mean, you don't become a bad side overnight or in the last month. You know, at the end of the Test series, we were on a high, won the game in Peshawar, and then suddenly here we are, looking down the barrel and not performing very well. And there's got to be a reason for it. We're hunting for that reason. And I think, you know, sometimes we play a lot of cricket, and sometimes it's just not always easy to pick yourself up all the time. Saying that, that's not an acceptable excuse at all, or reason.
Be nice to win a toss.
Yeah, that would have helped. Specifically, I think quite interesting in the last 2 matches, the toss was important because the pitches have started off with a little bit more juice than perhaps normally would have in a one-day game, and it has gone around. Saying that, I thought we batted pretty well in Pindi
yeah.
and in Lahore to get a total, and then we haven't bowled well. So we haven't really strung our cricket together.
No.
We haven't bowled and fielded at all. And our fielding today was much better, but essentially it's been abysmal, and you know, it's not through lack of hard work.
It's funny, I've looked at your team obviously over the last 4 games, and particularly last 3. I just don't think you haven't even played to 50% of your ability, and you've only lost a couple of real close ones. So, you know, things aren't as bad as what people might be thinking at the moment.
No, I think it's a difficult one to sort of point a finger to and say exactly what the reasons are, but just mentally we've gone backwards. Physically, everyone's up for the challenge. The practice session's been fantastic. Everything's been good. But when it's actually come down to it, India have just played better than us. And I just feel that perhaps our game plans need really looking at what we're doing and just reassert ourselves. You know, to be fair, we spent a lot of time concentrating on the Test matches, which we were very poor at after Australia. And we've been trying to build that and get better there. And maybe, I mean, I put my hand up, we haven't really concentrated so much on the one-days. And so, again, it's not, you know, I'm searching really for the right words here. But essentially, I think India outplayed us. We haven't played, as you said, to our potential. But we're not that far away, because against England we played pretty well.
How are you going to relax them up mentally? Obviously, I think most of the problem is mostly mentally, because you've got the game plan, we all know that. So looking to Pakistan mentally, what will you do for practice warming up to them?
Well, I think one of the things is that we have to sit down and find out where everyone is mentally. That's quite an important thing. Instead of having a huge blast and sort of criticising everyone, and the easiest thing now is to just criticise the team and say you know, all the time. So that will come from outside. We'll get plenty of that. Important thing is to find out where everyone is and try and get maybe a couple of new faces into the team for Karachi. We can actually experiment now. You know, we're out of the series, but now's the time maybe to give 1 or 2 other players a little bit of a run.
Anyone that looks really tired? How's NG travelling and the other senior blokes? Do anyone need a bit of a rest?
No, I don't think anyone's tired so much physically. It's more the sort of mental strain of keeping going. But saying that, we shouldn't be there. We should be strong the whole time. So I said I'm not sure exactly where to put my finger on it. If I was, we would have stopped it now.
Just lastly, you got Sri Lankan tour, you got England, you got Champions tour, you got the Windies. You got a long year, haven't you?
You know, well, we have, but it's important that we had this tour. It's important that India have done this to us, because now we have to relook at it and come back with
some answers and with much more vigorous cricket.
All right, good luck in Karachi and thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks very much, Steve.
Back to you, Sash.